Boom, we're
Oh.
in draft. So what do I want to see? I want to see better top support picks. I really just didn't like the Garen. And I think if Bandle City picks Garen again, Targon is going to be jumping up and down. You know, they're going to be so excited if they see another Garen. So I don't see that as a probability. And I wonder if at this point this is where they, oh yeah, so they do go with a Skarner ban, which means that they have to go there. And Aztec, the fact that he's able to pull a ban on a champion that has such bad win rate, really just speaks to his personal ability. It's kind of like what we see out of Cerelius with the Vigor, just the respect being shown.
And I would say, like, again, that pick is bad, and like the win rates are solo queue, right? Like that's what it's in solo queue.
That's true.
But in a team setting, you know, it's a lot different. Especially when you're super comfortable on the champion like Aztec is. Now, are they going to leave the Lux up? They are. So is it going to be Lux first pick?
I like the Zeri ban though. Like this feels like a healthy change. Now, I will say this is one of the first games where Targon has had Ezreal as an option. And so this might be just the trade, but they don't really think that Bandle City will pick the Ezreal, and so they still slam the Lux first pick. Now Ezreal is up. Will they take it as the takeaway, or will they just continue to go Misfortune? I think Miso probably happy to play another Misfortune game here, but they do have some questions now. They do have some holes that we didn't see before, and this draft leaning a little bit more back towards Targon now that they've shown that they can pick Lux. They don't need to worry about the flex.
And, you know, Misfortune again, I'm not surprised. Miso has looked fine, right? Like, it's a comfort champ. You want to keep him comfortable. Like, he's not bleeding kills any of these games so far. Some ults have been decent, some ults have been a little bit off, but for the most part, he's kind of giving you the expected. The Xerath pick, though. That's what I like to see from my boy Cerelius.
Okay, so not waiting for the second round here. And I'm a little bit shocked to see it because I feel like the Ahri would have been okay, but he really is just laying it down on the table here with the Xerath, isn't he? I mean, Xerath, a very traditionally difficult to play character, very easy to gank, very immobile, has to play at very long range, and so Pantheon, pretty solid answer here from Targon. And the thing is, this is a flex. This could be a top lane. This could be a jungle. With the Poppy hover here, looks like Chaffles might just be happy to play another Poppy game. Even though the Volibear is up this time, he will just lock in Poppy. And what does Bandle City answer with Lux, Pantheon, Poppy showing on the board?
I would say, I think Matt needs to pick here. As much as you want to hold that pick, they're going to ban out top lane, right? They're going to ban out things into Poppy.
Yeah, but Poppy feels kind of difficult to answer. Warwick is the selection, and I think that this could be a jungle, but it also could be a top lane Warwick pick. So a slight flex here. We'll get to see some more ADs banned out, and I will say the way that this draft has come through, unfortunately, it means I bet we're not going to get to see an Ezreal from Crispy, even though, to be honest, me and probably everybody in draft would like to see Ezreal played here.
So the Ahri ban comes out, I guess, predicting that it is, or a chance for it to be Lux support.
I don't see that.
I don't either, but I guess
it feels like they missed a step here. Okay, the Ezreal is banned out. I feel like with that Ahri ban, they missed a beat, and they didn't fully clock that this is going to be Lux mid. I guess, with the Ahri ban, they just secure it as mid, and they take away any possibility of a flex. But I really think that Minty is just really happy to play Lux mid. So I think it's Bandle City missing a beat here, which is the first time that they've done so, really, as the draft has come through. I feel like both of these teams are battling it out, not only on the Rift, but also, in terms of the draft. There's a lot of mental jousting going down, and it's a nice back and forth between Targon and Bandle City.
I agree. I guess, Zaref just does really not want to play into the Ahri if that is the case.
Oh, I don't
The
like it.
Garen
I
again.
don't like it.
Oh, I do not like it either. Matt, like, what does he know that we don't?
I mean, we'll have to see if he's able to try and do something. I will say Poppy getting that early kill onto Sejuani and like getting the snowball rolling, pretty unfortunate for Garen. But that being said, I didn't feel like Garen really had clear angles on how they were definitely going to win, and Rakan is picked up here for a Reganin. This could mean that they're comfortable to go with a Xayah. I think that's what we saw paired with it last time. They will hover the Xayah. That could be the way that they round out their team comp. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna say locking in Garen twice in a row for the salty run back in the lane. I need to see something different this game. So a lot of pressure on Matt to actually show up and deliver and show us what this Garen is all about. But that being said, I hope he makes me eat my words. I want to see a good game. And Chaffels looked really good on the Poppy in game 2, looking to pressure even more. And Brand is hovered, and could this be a Xerath support? That would actually be a crazy twist. Could be a Xerath mid, could be a Brand mid. Don't know which one will go where.
I want to think it is Brand support.
Targon came out with a clean answer, and the Poppy Zeri lane unable to do much into it. So looks like Chaffels is AFK at the moment.
Classic.
Okay, he's here. Yeah, he is late to it though, but luckily there's not a level 1. Okay, so we're good to go.
Got a little bit of the hiccups.
Have some drink with your food. Thank you. Appreciate you, TJ. I would go for a follow-up to check, but I bet it all in. I'm here to take 6k points. Heck yeah. Okay, I love it. We can't do sip checks because we're too busy betting.
And that's what we promote here at the LCC.
That's right. Healthy, meaningless betting. All right. Isn't it all meaningless? Okay, Dan on the Brand. So this is a third unique pick in 3 games. Reganin also on a unique pick. Seeing a lot of different things coming through. I think Gemsy going towards the Warwick instead of the Sej. Definitely interesting. Oh, and he's got a little... I think that ward's a little bit too far back. I don't think that'll spot out Aztec.
I don't love... The Warwick, I think it's fine. I think they're lacking like a true tank, right? Like, yeah, Garen's tanky, but like, it's Garen, you know what I mean? Versus like the Poppy.
Yeah,
that Poppy was pretty dang tanky last game.
I think this lane, a lot to be, a lot was missing last game. Look at these mid laners walking way past each other, looking for trades back down in onto each other. Matt is going to take E level 1, go for the trade here, top side. Nice Pillar of Flame from Dan, bot side. So the early trading coming out. Oh, look at this. Chaffels with a big play here. Matt does have the Ignite, though, so that Summoner Spell advantage.
Still, that trade was not even whatsoever.
Chaffels happy to just try and take the advantage, but the Garen passive might actually, work in his favor. He's not chugging his pot, though, so Chaffels still with a pretty clear health advantage. Gemsy with a much better clear, though, than Aztec, and this is Aztec's first start on bot side, and so he is going to be going from bot to top, but Gemsy is significantly far ahead, about 12 seconds ahead in clear time, so could be pretty important here, as Dan is finding nice poke damage onto Reganin. Crispy extraordinarily healthy, but a Reganin down to about 60% health at the moment.
And we're about pretty even farm just across the board, minus Jimsy being up a little bit just due to his clear time.
Chaffels a huge grass proc there. Oh, and gonna look to continue to press the advantage here. Look at that. I
That's
wonder.
Warwick's looking top, and so is Xerath is also moving up the ward. He's gonna spot
Yes,
out Pantheon here.
Cerullis with a nice find, honestly. He went for the blue steel, smited away the dash in, and already stunned down, but it's a fight topside. Matt has to try and fight this out. Gemsy's going to try and actually finish this out, but Cerullis is in trouble on the other side of this. It's first blood going over as they fight bot side as well. The engage down, ignite onto Dan, but he will survive. Crispy now trying to find the return damage on a Miso. So Cerullis getting out of the fight, Miso backing off. Nothing happens except topside, and Chaffles will drop. He died and he flashed, something that we need to watch as the return comes through. Aztec looking for this return gank though, as Gemsy has to smite to survive. I like that play there from Aztec on the back, knowing how low Gemsy was. Oh, and the root will land as the root collar comes through, but it's still just not quite enough damage. Miso with a very defensive positioning here, and he will get out successfully. Okay.
So overall, 1-for-0 first blood going on to Gemsy. Nice gank, right? He used that clear time, got right up there. Chaffles, had a nice play. Like he dodged the initial fear, but just burned the flashes at both top and jungle for the death. Not terrible.
Yeah, and this it went the exact opposite way that it did last time. Gemsy still came and ganked top. Chaffles getting that pleasurable treatment again from Gemsy, and this time Gemsy able to find that kill on a different champion here. So Matt's still trying to find a way, but honestly, Chaffles pretty happy in the 1v1. It's just when the Warwick shows up.
And that poppy damage kind of absurd, dude. Holy.
Yeah, Matt again looking to walk in here, but this passive able to hit with this shield. So things are really evening out here. We see a Reganin, but he is spotted on a ward here. Matt is going in for another play as both of them are level 5. Matt gets a nice trade here before the passive is able to come out with a shield, so happy to take that trade. Pings from both of them as Dan is spotted on rotation. And we're about 6 minutes in. I'm not sure what the first thing will be, if we're going to see the Void Grubs fought at 8 minutes, or if we're going to see them return to this dragon over the next 2 minutes. So still have to wait and see, but Gemsy up even in farm and up a kill over Aztec, so he'll be pretty happy at this point. Cerullis on the reset didn't actually use teleport though, so he is going to just be able to walk back to lane. There's so much focus on this top lane. The auto camera really wants us to just watch top lane.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was to where they're fighting like maniacs. It's gonna be the teleport used from minty mid, so Cerullis will have TP advantage.
Yeah, Aztec is here. The nice stun found, and the flash in. They're just gonna turn and burn, and they combo him down. Aztec does not wait, and Chaffles with the find. Great play from the Targon Titans to actually even things up, and it's a big wave. But luckily Gemsy is there, so he will collect all that XP. But that does mean that Matt's gonna go down pretty substantially in XP to the Poppy. They find, look at this chain CC. Gemsy's about to drop here. He has to ulti out, so that is the infinite duress on cooldown. And that should mean, yeah, that like first neutral objective should go over to Targon now after that. That was a big cooldown used.
Still thinking that the amount of CC you have between the Pantheon and the Poppy.
Yeah, it feels bad to use your ultimate away like that, but honestly, the fact that Gemsy got out of there without dying is pretty impressive, because that was like 3.5 or so straight seconds. Yeah, nothing he could do. Just sat there and watched his HP bar quickly drop. So they got a nice freeze on here, as Miso and Dan don't really feel comfortable walking up into this wave, and so they're gonna cancel out. Look at this freeze. And third game, they're really confident here down in this bot lane.
And you got Pantheon down here with ultimate. He's going to be looking to maybe try to use that That
Yeah,
Grand Starfall?
yeah. The top laners know that they're alone, so of course Matt instantly trading back onto them. But Oregano with the engage forward, they do find a bit of damage, but Gemsy spotted on the ward, so they know where Gemsy is. Nice counter engage as Ignite goes down onto Chaffles, but Chaffles has the shield, so the Ignite will just burn through the shield, and this is a big trade win for Chaffles. The fact that he's able to win these trades, look, Matt has triple longsword, Chaffles has boots and a ruby crystal. Kind of crazy that he's able to win these trades, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's why, like, I'm not seeing the Garen angle right now. I'm not seeing what the.
He is plus 10 farm here. He's ahead in lane. He did get both of them have been found on nice ganks from the junglers, but things are pretty stable here. Matt potentially looking for something that is ulti out from the Poppy.
And Flash from Matt is now down.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, he flashed in to try and get a play. Yeah.
I think
This
the
is
Flash is, unless Poppy's really low, it's gonna have to wait.
crispy. Use the ultimate, forces flash out from Miso. So Miso just hitting level 6 to Crispy's level 7 at this point. So massive level and XP advantage for the side of the Targon Titans. Gemsy topside here. Minty and Aztec are on the roam, so they might be able to find something as Shaffles will dash through. They're fighting on both sides as the binding will come across. Infinite Duress down in onto Minty. Minty instantly flashes out. They're trying to get as much as they can. Xerath damage comes through quite a bit, but look at that binding finds both and he's able to line it up.
What a binding from Minty.
Oh my goodness, massive play from Targon.
Didn't quite have enough damage yet to finish off Minty, and so it leads to that double kill, yeah. And a nice little start for Targon here with about a 1,200 gold lead, 1,300 gold lead.
Yeah, it feels like Targon won on both sides there. They win the 2v2 fight bot. They're up 40 CS in the bot side fight. And then also top side as well. They win that fight, finding 2 kills. Another one going on to Aztec, and then Minty picking up the kill onto Lux there. So Cerelius up 20 CS mid. It's a really solid lead. It's basically worth a kill. But yeah, when we let's check out the gold differential at this point. Minty actually has the gold lead with the kill and the assist. So. All right, things are slowing down a bit. We're 11 minutes in. This has definitely been a much slower game than some of our other games in terms of actual blood being spilled. And this is binding used out the final spark, but it was on cooldown. So Cerelius instantly flashes the dash in from Aztec, but it's actually onto one of the Raptors. The stun follow-up, and Gemsy is going to finish around. It's a big shutdown as Bandle City, the Buckaroos are trying to go forward, but the binding down, Minty with a really beautiful turn finds one, and does he have the movement? Is he able to actually dance out? But it's not able to find it. 2 kills go over to Cerelius, and the Buckaroos are able to land some damage back. That's a pretty big, honestly, a really big swing. Cerelius needed to get some gold here at this point of the game, so he's going to pick up plates and some kills. But Chaffles, trying to do what he does best, finds one more. It's a solo.
I got a feeling we will not see Poppy get through the first ban phase again.
Man, the Garen is not it. This is 2 games in a row, and it's looked bad both games. And I want to believe, but I just can't. All right, another Malignance rush on the Lux. Oregano here, Gemsy could find it with the Infinite Duress, and that is going to be the dash out. Infinite Duress right in onto Lux, charmed out. And that is the quickness coming down, but a nice Q2 through. They're trying to land all this damage out. Gemsy will drop here, but it's quite a bit of damage on the backside. Minty nearly burns down. He will just escape. He dies! He gets collected there! Oh, I can't believe it. Honestly, huge as the Comet comes through and picks up the kill. Now,
the second neutral objective, though, that does go over to Targon.
Yeah, I mean, and this is Aztec is great at continuing the pressure, and so with Gemsy dropping, this is going to be not only Vargubs but also First Dragon, and it's Ocean Dragon. That's a nice little constant passive boost. Regnan looking for an engage here. Pretty hard to find it. There's no quickness. And it is Sorelius committing the ulti down onto Regnan. That is going to be the Fear landing down onto Crispy. The bullet time comes across. Look at all this damage landing. He needs to find one more auto onto Crispy. Can he find it? The double up, the barrier.
Oh.
Really nice barrier. So that will be Gemsy
No,
going down. Chaffles, gorgeous placement on that. And Crispy is going to get away with a fraction of a health bar. Less than 40 health there on the Xayah. Targon really playing on the edges here, but Chaffles, gorgeous placement to pull Miso back. Crispy really playing around with the barrier, able to bait Gemsy in as well. So Gemsy dying a 4th time. Aztec is going to look here, but I think he might just die.
Oh my lord! The CC chain, the damage between those two is insane.
Yeah.
But Minty does get first tower in the bot lane.
And you can see the Buckaroos, they knuckle up there as they fist bump each other on the map. Alright, so things looking good again for Targon. They've got about a 1,500 gold lead. Chaffles looking great in Game 3. He looked amazing in Game 2. He's continuing to create advantages for his team. Crispy again with a nice little lead here over Miso. Miso on the misfortune, but they've really found ways to actually punish what you would expect to be an early lane advantage in misfortune. So on to Herald goes Targon, and if they pick up this objective, that will be their 3rd objective. They already have feats of strength because they already have bot lane tower and the 3 kills. So this is just for the cherry on top. Gemsy looking for a way in, but that will be Garen ulted out over the wall. Infinite Duress in, but a really nice timing from Chaffles. So it is picked up. Final Spark is going to land. Look at this. Root Caller in from Crispy. Miso flash out, but Crispy able to punish Dan in over the wall, but he's 3 levels down. Really can't do this onto Chaffles, and Chaffles will just bait it out. Back forth is able to get away. The Ignite down onto Aztec from Matt. Shield coming through. Look at the CC.
Oh, man.
4 for 0. That was the swing. There's no way. I just don't see how Targon can really recover in this game. This is going to be a massive push here.
Yeah.
Or sorry, other way around.
Bandle City can recover. Yeah.
That was the throw there. Huge play for Targon. Look at that ulti! Oh, he gets him back. Minty.
Believe it.
I love that, flashing the mastery. Huge plays here. Yeah, I think the key here for Bandle City is going to be about maintaining mental here, because there is another game after. Look at this. Crispy is going to look for another kill. He finds another, and that's a solo kill. 4, 0, and 1. Every single lane is off to the races here, and Targon is happy to take it. Yeah, this is just, things went from bad to worse. Targon is so clearly in stride here at this moment. They're looking so much better. I mean, their game 1 performance is so far behind us in the distance. Looking really confident here. They found their form in game 3.
Agree. They looked a lot better. I think this Bobby pick has really just given Chaffle some life up here. And the Garen quote unquote counter pick has been a question mark on my board of picks.
Yeah.
I don't really know how they get back in this game, right? They would just have to stop dying a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, it's, oh man.
I mean, what's
it's got to involve a little bit of a throw.
Items.
They've got to play really well, and Targon has to throw it pretty hard. This is one of those games where, Targon is going to kind of, they're probably going to take their time with it. There's no reason to really rush this, aside from the fact that Regnan is, suffering from having all that time disadvantage. But look at this, Chaffles with a really nice find here.
Flash from Dan
That's
a
the
little
ultimate.
questionable.
Yeah, I mean that's flash and ulti out from the brand, and Chaffles gets it for, I don't want to say for completely free, but pretty much free here. Matt does have ultimate, so he is actually kind of trying to make this a threat. The Q in, the Demacian Justice.
I respect going for it.
Yeah, but I mean that's the only angle, so he will get the tower here, which is big because it's an objective bounty.
But
But
he's gonna overstay.
yeah, Oreganon and Aztec are here. Aztec with the ulti will not actually use it here, so I think Matt should be able to get out. But the flash, engage in, and the quickness will land. I was mistaken. 0, 5, and 1 on the Garen. Yeah, not what you would want. But Gemsy's here. Okay, they do have numbers. There's a lot committed here from Bandle City. The fear will land. Infinite duress down. The bullet time across, and so that is just the one picked up. Gemsy trying to actually follow this up. Miso could potentially look for something, a nice slow, but Oreganon dodges out of this. Look at Chaffles finding so much time. Another Q2 through, and Minty is going to show up here with a teleport. Oh, Gemsy is... I can't believe Gemsy is going to get out of this. That's actually crazy.
I know.
Crispy's on the hunt. Okay, he will get away. This is insane. He is pretty fast. Yeah, Crispy, a couple autos should be enough. Yeah.
Oh man, he stopped for the plant. He's never stood a chance.
16-6 here at 20 minutes in. Targon has put their foot on the accelerator. It's only a 4K gold lead, but again, a lot of these things are very difficult to calculate. They're going on to Otacon. They have all this pressure. They have all this time. So I don't think the gold lead is like a real, true indication of how far ahead they are. Feels like anywhere that Targon goes, they are winning it, and they've got the scaling on their side. Okay, Matt gonna pick up a second outer tower here. Pretty big in terms of trying to claw back some semblance. And he is 30 CS up on Chaffles, so at least evening up on towers is 2-4. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is all about bouncing back, trying to find a way back in. Targon looked so clean in that mid-game team fight. They were really able to just... It was a 4-for-0, and then Crispy found another one in mid. And everything that Bandle City does at this point, Targon has an answer for. They look good.
I agree, they do look really good. Game 1, maybe they just weren't warmed up yet. Bandle City played lights out that game. But Targon's really settled in, looking really good. Crispy, looking really good. Chaffles, having a lot more fun. Aztec playing, two comfort champions now. The Shyvana, I think, just really didn't fit what he wanted to do and wants to do in these games.
Yeah, and Cirelius trying to find the damage, but so far behind the power curve at this point. And really, Bandle City, again, just having their way. Rakan showing up. Rakan alone is able to scare off the Garen. That is not a good indication of where the Garen is at this point in the game.
And Jimsy is going to die here.
Infinite duress out, still assassinated. And I believe that was the buckler over the wall that's able to find him. Cirelius trying to find something. That's
decent damage onto Chaffles.
That's QEW landing onto the Poppy, but not much more. As a flash forward, and that will certainly be too much. That was very bold from Minty. Matt with a flash over the wall, but oh my gosh. So much damage coming out from Crispy at this point in the game. 5-0, and the Yuntals is charging up.
Yeah, it's a little too cocky from Minty there. I think he, it's his team. He's doing pretty well this game. Just got a little too excited, a little too big for his britches. But he got checked by the brand Xerath.
Yeah, unfortunately, 4 kills onto the support. Brand, you know, at this point, I almost think just like start farming if you're Brand because
Agreed. Yeah, you gotta. I agree. You gotta come online. Your team's behind. Um, Miso's, 80 CS down and 5 kills, and your Garen also is struggling. So it might be worth it just to make yourself as strong as possible.
yeah, it's so tough at this point though because you know everybody on their team wants gold to be honest. But dash in. This is going to be a big team fight. Miso's not here for it, but the rest of Bandle City is being drawn into this one. It's one down already as Gen Z will drop. Dan dashing forward and he will go down. It's a double kill as Matt will be the third victim here. A triple kill for Aztec as the flash in from Chaffles onto Cerelius, and Crispy is trying to find it. It's a quadra kill from Aztec, and Miso is under tower. Will it be the LCC first as Aztec is looking to collect it? He misses the Q. One last one. It's a pentakill for the Targon Titans as Aztec secures the team fight. And Targon will look to push in. This is going to be bot inhib. That's the first pentakill of the season.
This should be like most of the game, right? I guess they're going to go get Dragon and play it.
Holy cow. Chaffles, I love that. Man, big plays there. Huge plays from Aztec. Up to 9 kills. Yeah, I mean, Gemsy 3 levels down on the 80 carry. I thought for a second that Minty was going to go for the steal there. Alright, and they're onto the dragon. This is 3rd dragon, so still not soul. Not really a way for them to contest, so that is secured. Pings going down from Targon. Sometimes we like to take the approach from the losing team on how they can come back into the game, and I really feel like they have drafted themselves into a pretty big hole here. They didn't give themselves scaling options. Like Garen Misfortune isn't the scale. They don't have the big teamfight wombo combo. You know, they don't have the.
I agree.
Yeah, it's
a lot of things, right? I think if I'm them, I'm going blue side next team. I'm mixing it up.
Yeah, that's true. We could see that.
They went red side again, thinking I don't know, like they won on red side the first time. Thought it would be fine. Oh, they get deleted.
Here comes Aztec. Crispy with another. Minty with another. Dan charmed down. Cerelius finds one on the back end of it, so Chaffles has got a. I'm sure he'll be all chatting about that one.
I'd like to see.
I just don't want to see Garen
next game.
Dude, I just don't want to. I really think it's the Garen.
Yeah. Well, also like they're picking red side, and the last 2 games have counterpicked support. So I'm kind of like, or not like really. I guess there wasn't the at least wasn't like counterpick, but. You counterpicked the Garen, didn't work, and then this time you picked the Brand to last.
Yep.
I don't think that's worth it, in my opinion. For red side,
I think Gemsy was alive for about 6 seconds there. Demacy and Justice in onto Crispy, but
did no damage.
Yeah, I mean the barrier, the barrier did come out, so he did a really nice barrier timing. But yeah, essentially he did not move the health bar, as Crispy 7-0 and 7. Compared to Matt's 0, 7, and 2. Yeah, pretty happy to be on the side of Targon in this game. 28-9 the kills, 50k to 41.8 at this point. 27.5 minutes in. Soul is up in 2.5. They've got.
There was a pin on this game, dude.
They've got a number of ways to end it here.
Love you so much.
Alright. Pings down. It looks like Bandle City trying to secure their red buff here. That might be one of the small wins that they can actually get. Chaffle's looking for the play. In onto Cerelius. Goes for the tower. The quickness used. Charmed up. Ultimate used. And then Cerelius will go down. They have to use 2 ultis. But they do kill the Xerath. And now I'm not really sure where the damage is going to come through. Not that the poke was actually landing anyways. Dan is...
Hey, yo.
Chaffle's here onto Dan. It's a Q2 landing through. Bullet time across, but it's just tickling them. Really barely doing anything.
A nice angle on the play. It's just a little too late for that.
Double kill here. 4 down on the side. Dan trying to find what he can on the backside of this fight. But Chaffle's, Crispy, and company will push in. And this is their second Nexus destroyed as Targon Titans take the series lead. And they go up 2-1 in the best of 5. They push Bandle City to match point.